Today's adventure sees us attempting to squeeze in a quick overnighter in a short weather window bookended by 2 November storms. It began with the usual long drive, this time targeting the southeastern Cairngorms and the head of Glen Esk. The usual bike and gear faff ensued, but eventually the steeds and us were ready. Most immediately, we came across Invermark Castle, seemingly built as some sort of gate guard of the Lee and Mark Glens, apparently to protect against marauding Highlanders. Before long, we approached Loch Lee and this lovely old ruined kirk, long since abandoned but still looked after, and the best view from any graveyard I've yet to see. What a fantastic little location. There's almost too much to see in Glen Lee, and it was time to push on. The sunset is around 4 PM this time of the year, and we hadn't even covered a mile at this point. The journey up Glen Lee is littered with places of interest, both natural and man-made. Castles, kirks, dams, waterfalls, and more, as you'll see. For me though, the star of the show is Craig Maskeldy, a proper little mini mountain with a commanding presence over the glen, and one in whose shadow we found ourselves in for quite some time. Well, welcome back folks, back out on another adventure. Finally I managed to persuade the wife, she ran out of excuses, so yeah, she had no choice but to join me in this one. Well, you'll have seen some of the footage, but for those that don't know, we're up, where are we? Southeastern Cairngorms, Glen Lee basically. So you drive up Glen Esk, which is a lovely drive up there, and then yeah, the road kind of stops and there's a car park and you're off up Glen Lee or Glen Mark, I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, we chose Glen Lee and we're kind of halfway up to the top. I think we're going to camp up and around the corner. What's this hill we kind of looked out? East of Balloch, I think it was. So we'll see what it's like. Anyway, we're gonna get up here and up onto the tops and see what it's like. But it was supposed to be bright blue sunshine. We have had sun, but we've had rain as well. So. Well, isn't that just always the case? So it's definitely an autumn camp. It could be a borderline winter camp, I think, to be honest. Some of the forecast was down to what, -2s and 3s and stuff. Well, we'll just need to wait and see.
We haven't seen any snow yet.
Yeah, there's no snow in the hills or anything yet, so we'll see.
The colours are nice.
Yeah, beautiful fall colours.
We came across this bothy. It's Johnny Gordon's bothy.
Yeah, Johnny Gordon's bothy, which I'd never heard of before until we kind of researched the route on the maps last night. But yeah, it's not an NBA one or anything. It's like a dirt floor. There's no. Yeah, it's a little bit grim. You need to be
rustic.
You need to be keen. Well, we're not. We're going to bash on up. So anyway,
well, we've got to climb ahead of us, don't we? So
we do, and yeah, we do have a climb up. I think it gets steeper up that way as well. So. Anyway, I'll stop waffling, I'll put the camera down, and yeah, we'll pick up later on. Cheers.
Not happy with us with a lot of breaks.
No, he's off. What a cool little place. Do you like up here?
Got a soft nose. I love your soft nose.
That's where you live. It was a long old slog up and out of the glen, with the gradient seemingly increasing the further and tighter we got. Eventually we gained the top of the ridge and caught the sun. It had been a couple of hours since we'd last seen it. It gave us the energy for the last push to the summit of Easter Balloch, sitting at an altitude of 2,736 feet. It was time to get the tent up, get the kettle on and grasp the last rays of the day's sun. We were treated with a fantastic sunset over Maya, one of the 2 Munros at the head of Glen Cover. I actually fell asleep before 8 o'clock, and so woke up at 3 a.m. The night sky was stunning. I can't remember the last time I had a decent starry night sky like this, so I grabbed the camera to gather the evidence. Eventually, the sub-zero temperatures chased me back inside the tent to await the morning. It had been a cold, cold night, but we were greeted with some fantastic sunlight and stunning views in all directions. Snowy caps of the Lochnagar group and the easternmost of all Munros, Mount Keene. And back down towards Glen Lee, with the steep sides of Craig Muskeldy clearly visible from the camp spot. gremlin struck at this point and I lost some footage. Maybe the camera batteries were too cold, I'm not sure. Anyway, after soaking in the morning light and views, we had breakfast and coffee before beginning the task of breaking camp and making our way off the summit and back down the glen. Alright, well, we're back, we're packed. Yeah, it's a great route. A really rough little glen of Glen Lee. Fantastic, really enjoyed it. Way steeper than what I thought. I'll need to look at the contour lines next time. So, yeah, apart from, I think I mentioned it before last night, just being wiped out and having to basically retreat into the sleeping bag for the whole night. But apart from that, no, this morning was beautiful. Great views over Loch Nagar, Mount Keane, even right up to Bennevorge and Ben Arn. So no, it's really good, and a little bit of snow up there as well. Excuse me, but yeah. Anyway, we're packed up, like I said, so we're gonna get going. I think a lot warmer down here. I think there might be a coffee shop somewhere. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Right, cheers, bye. Oh.